Marty, what's up? Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. Well, I know. I said I'd have it, but no. Listen, I'm seriously. I'm working on the My Dying Bride review right now. Well, listen, I don't think there's any reason to bring my mother into this.
Reach for me and look for surrender. Welcome, friend.
What's up, everybody? TJ here, front man of the Glorious Dead, and arguably the sexiest member of the Wednesday Album Club. And I'm here to review the new album by My Dying Bride, A Mortal Binding. For those of you that might not be aware, My Dying Bride was formed in Bradford, England in 1990. They've got 13 full-length releases out with other miscellaneous EPs and DVDs and live performances. And this is their first record, full-length, since 2020's Ghosts of Orion. So, this is going to be my first and only review for Heavy Metallurgy. And I will do my best to get through this, and we'll see how it goes. The new record is very much by the numbers My Dying Bride, but that's a good thing here. This band has not missed a step with this release. I was quite surprised by the opening track on this record, Her Dominion. I would say this is the closest thing to a headbanging track that My Dying Bride has ever released. It's very straightforward, emotional as anything they've ever done, but very much simple in its production and arrangement. But it just kind of clips along and bangs. Aaron has extreme vox on this track throughout. I'm surprised that throughout the album that his extreme vocals, his harsh vocals, make an appearance on better than half the tracks, which is very, very cool. I'm a big fan of his vocals and his harsh, grim vocals, and it's really cool to hear it here.
Through her skin and into God, burning this place, she is bound to her God.
With the second track, Thornwick Hymn, I'm really surprised that this song didn't actually, that they didn't choose this to be the opener for the record. This one here kind of showcases a more typical My Dying Bride arrangement with the clean vocals and the violin, and then bringing, just that standard feel and sound that you expect from the band. Personally, I think that, their choice of having Her Dominion as an opener, maybe they just decided they wanted to go with something different, something unexpected for them, and bringing a track that was harsh throughout with vocals. Very cool, but I was kind of surprised by that. Moving along, I'm finding that with this record, there's no surprises here, but they're delivering everything you would expect from a top-notch release from this band. Everything is where it ought to be, and everything just comes across great. As we move further into the record, the songs move and shift with emotion, with beautiful passages, powerful riffs. The arrangements are absolutely spot on. Long gone are the days where early on in this band's career they would throw some riffs here and there. They would have very solid foundations, but then the songs would shift, and some of these riffs would come and go that kind of had no meaning or purpose, where now these songs are very concise and very thoughtful, and the journeys that they take you on are very well plotted out. It's very enjoyable. We get to track 4, Unthroned Creed. The opening riff and vocal line is absolutely brilliant here. The clean vocal part in the middle, it's just kind of unusual, more of a spoken thing almost. Very cool.
There are young women here, filled with beautiful blood.
Track 5, The Apocalyptist. Violins open to crushing harmonies and grim vox. Very killer track. And as I mentioned before, better than half these songs on this album feature Aaron's grim vocals, which is very cool because he utilizes them in a way to bring emphasis to parts in these tracks and to really shift the moods around, and it's very cool. I definitely appreciate hearing them more than what we've become used to in previous releases, where they would almost be non-existent or not at all. And so having so much of that on here is really nice. And again, going back to musicality and composition of these songs on this record, one thing that really stood out to me is it really feels like they're trying to go back a little bit with some of the songwriting, and I feel they're conjuring some of the more classic riffs from the earlier releases while still keeping their foot firmly planted in the stuff that they've done with themselves creatively in more recent years. So it's really neat to listen to these tracks and kind of pick out where they're kind of revisiting some of these classic melody lines and other things from the earlier releases. And moving on through the record, from front to back, the band is absolutely firing on all cylinders. The songs are tight, they're concise, they're well thought out. There's no fodder or filler in this, and every track is just spot on My Dying Bride. And to the production and mix here, this is absolutely just perfect. It's quite flawless, really. Aaron's vocals are a little on top, but they're not crushing or overbearing in any way. They're not taking anything away from the mix. The guitars sound absolutely full and rich. The bass is living in the middle where it needs to be and has an excellent tone. Everything just cuts and shines, and it's just brilliant. Overall, this is just an excellent My Dying Bride record. Again, they've not invented anything new for themselves here, but they have delivered something that is very much them, without question. And it is, every track here brings about what we've known the band for: power, sullen beauty, somberness. Excellent doom death metal. It's a great record, and I couldn't recommend it any more highly. That's my basic summation. I know there's not a lot there to chew on, but I would recommend go out and buy your own copy. I've got mine already pre-ordered. And with that being said, I'm going to get back working hard for Heavy Metallurgy and working on the next album club review. And all you pukes, take it easy.